You ready for me?
Oh, wait, change that. Go back. Can you go back?
Yeah.
Change it to this.
That's it.
Now for you.
Ready?
Yep. All right. I think we are rolling.
I think so.
All right.
I hope so.
Welcome to this week's edition of Felicia's She Shed. We're going to talk about some brother stuff today. We're going to talk about some cricket stuff today. And we're going to talk about some Sizzix. Am I right? What else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I've got the brother sewing embroidery machine out. I've got the Sizzix. I've got the maker. I've got the brother. Oh, you have the brother. And a whole bunch of other stuff. Oh, brothers, right. A whole bunch of stuff.
So if you're watching us on some of the other social media platforms, come over to amazon.com/live and you will see our happy, shiny faces there, which I will get on camera in a second. Look at this. We are working on our she shed. It's not quite ready yet. We had a little snafu in the design. Turns out it's actually going to be a little bit bigger than we thought it was going to be. So this will be pretty amazing once this thing is complete. So we're going to work in our, well, we're kind of in our kitchen right now. So we're going to do the best we can to show this stuff to you in this kitchen. Well, Felicia's going to show you. She knows a lot about these things. She's going to attempt to teach me some things to show you that even a boy can do it, which is pretty amazing that a boy can do some of this stuff. All right, so what do you want to look at first?
Let's start with the Brother PE 1900.
Brother SE or the PE?
Oh, I'm sorry. SE
I have the same
1900.
problem trying to finish up.
There is a Brother PE 800 embroidery machine that looks exactly almost like this one, but it only does embroidery.
You can sit down and look at this.
Where the SE 1900 does embroidery and sewing. And here are a couple examples. I don't know what you can see of embroidery that we did on this machine.
Right there on that screen. You see what we're seeing there? Okay.
Yeah, there you go. I see it.
It's a little hard to follow here.
See?
But
and another one, lighter colors.
Those are
you can
beautiful
see, aren't
colors.
they pretty?
And it did that all with your embroidery piece.
All with the embroidery piece, yes.
So there's two pieces to this machine. A lot of people ask us questions on the other social media networks. Like, how do you change this thing from a sewing machine to an embroidery machine?
Okay, so that's easy. All right, so let me grab my...
You don't have to do it right now. I know you want to do a sewing thing.
It's easy. Pull this forward just a little bit. All right, so this is set up right now as a sewing machine. And as a result, you have to have the foot pedal, which actually allows you to start the needle up and down.
Does that adjust the speed as well? I mean, I've never sewed anything
You can
before.
press on the pedal, and the harder you press, the faster it's going to go. The lighter you press, the slower it's going to go.
Okay.
You also have adjustments on the speed on the actual machine with these arrows. But right now, again, it is set up for, excuse me, sewing. But to switch it out, it is easy enough to pull off this piece.
Uh-huh.
And I'll set this aside for a second. And grab the extension for the embroidery. And this is the hoop extension. The hoop actually fits onto this part right here, snaps on. Once you have this in place, we're just going to slide this on like that. And now we've switched it out to an embroidery machine. Just like that.
It looks like the machine kind of rebooted.
It looks like it did. Yeah, I probably should have had it off when I made that switch.
Actually, I looked at the instructions. It did not say you have to turn it off.
Okay, thank you. And here is what the 5x7-inch embroidery hoop that comes with it looks like. And you simply put it in with these two grooves attached to these two hooks, like.
Oh, that's not rocket science, right?
Like such, and there, off you go.
I think you have to change the foot, you told me?
You have to pull the foot out. The foot does not work. This foot, the sewing foot at the bottom, does not work, but you actually have to change out the foot here in order to embroider.
Okay, you don't have to do that.
So, real quick.
Oh, okay.
So, the sewing piece, the sewing arm that attaches to the machine, actually has storage in it.
Oh.
And in the storage are the different types of feet So,
Hang on a second. We got lost connection here for a moment.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure what's going on.
uh-oh, well, wait.
I think our sound's still working, but
Sound still working? Okay, well, we'll wait 1 second. Let everything catch up. Do we have an internet blip?
hang on here. Here we go. I think we're
Got
back. Are we back?
Are we back? Waiting.
I'm going to have to change the webcam. Not now. What's going on? Microphone on here.
Go
All
ahead.
right, hang on a second. Let me switch
Okay.
this camera.
Yep.
Let's take a look at it while we're looking at this thing. This is the
There you
machine
go.
itself. It's about $1,000.
It is $999. Right now, it is a sewing machine and an embroidery machine, which has the embroidery arm as well as the attachment to make it a sewing machine.
We've got all these little features.
Oh, thank
Maybe
you.
you could tell us about
You know-
some of that stuff.
It comes with a color LCD screen that's touch control. It has an the best part of this machine is it has an automatic needle threader. I think that's worth its weight in gold, personally. What else does it have here? It has 8 different sewing feet that are included with it. It has 11 different accessory feet. It comes with a hoop for a 5x7 embroidery field. You can do smaller than that, and they do sell attachments for that. This machine, if you're doing embroidery, comes with 138 embroidery designs built into it. And if you're doing sewing, it comes with 240 built-in stitches, as well as if you're doing embroidery or stitching, 11 different font styles. And you can design and customize your own images and text and rotate things and flip them and resize them and recolor them all right here within the LCD screen. What else? Oh, I think one of the biggest things about the Brother is that it comes with a 25-year warranty.
25 years.
25 years.
I don't think I'm going to live that long.
I think that's quite amazing. And they do recommend that you have it serviced once a year. They kind of go in and change out, take out the dust and oil the pieces and parts, which I think is probably a really good idea. If you're investing, $1,000 into the machine, it's probably well worth doing that. What you got going over there, Fresh?
Well, I'm not. Oh, here, it looks like it's back now. I want to try Wi-Fi again.
All right.
Make sure this works.
Okay.
And it's giving me a hard time.
Okay.
All right, so I might have to move some stuff. Like a USB, it's working. I don't know. Wi-Fi just kind of disappeared. It decided it didn't want to work. So
Okay.
I'm going to have to go over here and flip back to that camera. All right, I'm going to work through this while we're live.
All right.
You
So
don't
you
have it
can't
on.
come all the way over.
No,
No, that's okay because I'm going to easily switch.
Wait, I can, but I might need your help over here.
Okay, hang on.
We got to drag some cables along.
I can actually switch the Brother right over here. Let's just do that because it'd be easier than moving all those cables. I'll just move this
Are
over
you
to the
sure?
side. Yeah, I'll just move this to the side.
All right. I apologize for having a little technical.
That's
weirdness
okay.
here.
This is easy enough to move.
This is Felicia's she shed in the kitchen.
In the kitchen. Nothing like being in the kitchen.
All right. We've actually got this piece of wood over our sink to give us a little more counter space, and I had to weigh down the faucet, which appears to have come off, just so we don't have any electricity. Oh my God, electricity in the sink. You don't want to do that. Whose idea was that?
Yours, you set this up.
So anyway, she's building this huge she shed in her new home, and it's
We're
going to be
hoping.
fabulous. It's going to have built-in center console. What are you going to do with that?
It's going to have a
You can
center.
lift that thing, okay? It's not too heavy.
It's heavy. I'm not going to lie, but it's not too heavy that you can't maneuver around. But it is pretty heavy.
Got some girth to it.
It does. It does. It's a solid machine, no doubt. All right. So this is your sewing foot. Your foot pedal.
This over here. This is amazing that we're able to do this.
All right.
I've actually pulled this off. You have no idea what's going on here.
Woo! I'm exhausted already.
Yeah.
All right. So where are we?
Can you pull your chair over here too?
Let's see. I think I'm just going to stand. Might be just easier.
All right.
All right. So like we said, we have a 25-year warranty on this thing. And it does the sewing and the embroidery. Let me just grab my cheat
Got a
sheet,
nice
so to speak.
screen on it too, so you don't need to hook this up to a computer, right?
You do. Oh, no computer attachment whatsoever. And it comes with this nice LCD touchscreen.
Wait, you're set up for embroidery. You
I-
want to do something?
I am set up for embroidery just to show it how we,
Oh.
what we were trying to show was how easy it is to, one, add the hoop,
Okay, good.
right?
I got lost here in technical trouble. I apologize.
Easy to add the hoop. It's got these two little grooves here that attach to these two that are here on the arm.
Are we still on?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Hang on.
Let me take a look over here.
Hang on. Technical difficulties this morning. I don't
Hang
know
on.
why. You're
Yeah,
still
we're still
live.
there. Okay,
Yep,
good.
you're still live.
Okay.
And you got audio too.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
All right, we're back.
All right.
We're ready. We're back.
Okay, you sure?
I think so.
All right. All right. We do apologize for the technical difficulties this morning. We'll write it off to apartment living. How's that?
Yeah.
And having to maneuver everything around in order to be able to show you these machines
Yeah, it's
in
a
good
small
lighting.
miracle that we're able to do
It
this.
is. It really is.
Crazy.
All right.
All right.
So how about if we just kind of backtrack a little bit?
Okay.
This is the Brother SE 1900 sewing and embroidery machine. There is a PE 800 machine, and it only does embroidery, but this one is built to do both. And it's easy enough to right now. This arm, not the foot, but the arm is set up to do embroidery. Again, it comes with a 5x7 hoop.
All
It's
included.
All included. It's easy enough to attach with these two little grooves.
That's as big as it goes on this machine. It's 5x7, right?
Correct.
Probably
It
important
snaps
for people to know.
right onto this arm just like that, and it's ready to go.
Do you think that's big enough for most people when they do
I do.
like
I do.
quilting and embroidery
I think
projects?
so. I think so.
It'll fit on T-shirts and bags and
It's a good
pillows.
starter. Yeah. It's a good starter machine. I mean, we went to the big box stores and saw ones that were running, what, $12,000?
$12,000 on sale.
I can't do that. So this $1,000 machine is going to last me long enough.
And it has a 25-year
It has a 25-year warranty. I think it's fantastic.
Interesting.
So it's easy enough, like I said, to change out the different arms to do embroidery versus sewing. So there's a lever underneath. I simply press the lever and pop this out and put this aside.
Pretty cool.
Okay. So we'll set this over here. And we'll grab our sewing arm attachment, which actually is also, I'm not holding it right, storage. So you've got your different sewing feet for for buttons and
Focus.
zipper foot, and it's got a seam ripper and extra bobbins holders here, as well as storage underneath. And this is actually where I have, I don't know if you can see this, but this is the crazy foot you need to use for embroidery. Okay, the needle kind of floats right through here. Not focusing.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Yep, so that's the embroidery foot you would put on in place of the regular sewing foot. So the sewing arm, again, comes with the storage attachment. It works something like this. I don't think I have it on the right way. There you go. Close it right up, and everything's right there, stored where you know it is.
Smart.
You never have to mess with worrying about where it is. And again, you just take this attachment, this arm, pop it right on the machine, put it right in place.
That's pretty
Take it
cool.
off, just pull it out.
It looks like it automatically recognizes what's going on. It must be some chip in there or some kind of software or something.
Probably.
Okay.
All right. So again, here's a couple of examples of ones we've done in the past. These are embroidery designs that are built into the machine. They're monogram floral designs that come in here with these are two of the 138 designs that are in the machine.
Beautiful.
All right. And these are, I've never embroidered in my life. And these were out of the box kind of designs. I purchased a couple of washcloths from Amazon. There's an Amazon basic washcloths, and did these designs just to practice with, and they turned out pretty good, actually.
They do.
I mean,
That's
they're,
really cool.
you know,
These would be really cute gifts, like golf towels or something.
I actually gave a whole bunch of these as gifts to folks already for Father's Day and Mother's Day. That seemed to be a big hit. All right, so
All right, how many stitches did you say this thing has?
this has 240 different stitches
There's
on it.
some really wild stitches too.
There you
Oh,
go.
this is as
There you
good
go.
as I'm gonna get here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? So we practiced last time with some extra fabric, and we made these various designs that come right on the machine. There's hearts, there's stars, there's leaves, there's flowers, and there's this crazy S.
Yeah, I don't know what that thing is.
I'm
Or
not
is,
sure.
is that a letter? Is it an S?
It looks like an S, but I don't know. Maybe it's that music note.
Didn't you say you could put initials on here? You can
And there's
actually
a-
stitch initials?
There's initial.
Oh,
This
wow,
is
that's
A.
pretty cool.
And I was just playing. I just kept pushing the
I
A
wonder if you
button.
can combine things and actually write somebody's name
You
in a
can.
stitch.
You can actually do that in the you can actually do that on the LCD screen
Okay.
in the sewing part.
All right, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Can you do a stitch for us now?
Yeah, totally.
Ooh. Do you need a chair to sit down?
No. All right. So we're just going to let it boot back up.
Everything, the whole computer is in. You don't need a computer.
You do not
to
need a
do this.
computer. Before we stitch something, let's just show our friends just how easy it is to thread the machine. I mean, it's really simple. All right, so you've got your spool holder, and on the top here, you actually have numbers that kind of guide you through 1, 2, down to 3, up to 4 and around, and down to 5 and through the needle. So it's kind of nice, and it's fairly simple and quick to do. So we're just going to put our spool of thread on the spool holder at the top, and we're going to run through 1, up through 2, down to 3, up to 4, and back down to 5, and 6 goes through this little hook down there, and you pull it up through 7, and there's a cutter on the side, right here, see it?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just putting my thumb on that, and over here's a lever. This lever is your automatic needle threader, and boom, I threaded.
Oh, that's it, huh?
That's it.
Not like
Right?
the old days.
Not like the old days, and take me 10 minutes to figure out how to get it through that
I'm
hole.
trying to see the eye.
Trying to see the eye, because it's really small with the sewing needle. So that's how simple it is to thread the machine. All right. And so you want to see a stitch. So let's just go ahead and put our material in here. Put the foot down. And let's, I don't remember where all the cool stitches are, but we'll just go in the letters. We'll select a B. And I don't know, maybe a D. Maybe those are somebody's initials. How's that?
Okay.
Right? Sure. Why not? Sure. And I'm just going to simply turn my foot around, and I'm simply going to press the foot down a couple of stitches to get it going. And when you're doing sewing and you're sewing the edge of material, you've got a reverse button here. All you have to, my foot is not on the pedal, and all you have to do is press the reverse button. Once it takes it back one stitch, press it again, it takes it back another stitch, and then you press your foot pedal and you continue to go forward. So here it is doing our B and our D, and it's pretty quick. You can you see that good? See it going off doing its thing?
Focus it here as best I can.
Does it help at all?
That's good.
All right, so it's moving on. It did one letter. It's moving on to the next.
And your foot tells it when to stop?
No, it just stops when it's done.
Oh, you tell how long you want it to do it?
It's doing. See, it already did the B, and now it's working on the D,
What if you wanted to do that continually?
and now it's done. I think it's done. So
You're doing like a whole pillow with your initials on it.
oops. Actually, I think if I push my foot again, it might continue and go do the next. Do another series of B's and D's.
Oh, this is almost embroidery at this point.
It's
isn't it?
almost embroidery. So this would be really neat seams and whatnot to put on your material. So I'm just going to let this run one more time.
Pretty quiet.
It is fairly quiet. All right, so we're going to go ahead and stop there. And it's got this, what looks like a pencil with a line through it. That's the needle up button. Next to it is a pair of scissors. That's the cut button. Lift your foot up. Your material, your thread's already cut, and we made a B and a D and another B.
That's pretty cool.
Right.
So you can keep doing that whole thing.
You could. You can spell a whole name out if you wanted to.
You know, I'd love to do this to my socks, so there'd never be any question when you try to steal my socks and have my
Really?
initials on
Really?
them all the time. That's really good. Can you do that?
Why not?
Here.
No, not
Oh,
those.
not now?
Phew. No. Whew. My goodness.
That's
So yeah,
really
I mean, that's as easy as it is. And there's, I'll hit the return arrow button. And you can see there's a whole bunch of different designs. And like it says here, number 2, right? Oops, cancel. Number 2, up here on the top. If you can you see this up top? It's got a 2. And these are all the stitches that come with the 2. Very clear examples of what they are. If I select 3, go up here, I can see exactly what 3 is, a little clearer. But yeah, that's easy peasy.
That's
I
pretty
found
neat.
it pretty easy. I made a pillow. Now I haven't sewn in a long, long time. And we made a pillow cover, an envelope pillow cover for this 12 by, I think, 16 pillow. And it was fairly easy, although I did learn a lesson. I haven't sewn in a long time. When you do this, you put the right sides together. I actually happen to have the right side on the wrong way.
Actually, I like
But
that. The
nonetheless,
more subtle pink on that
you
side
do
actually
like the
looks
muted.
better that
You
way.
do like the muted, but you can see here I've got a nice stitch along the side here as well as over on the other one, and it easily fits my pillow right in there, just like a nice envelope pillow, a case that you might have on your bed or whatnot. Let me stuff this in here.
So you could embroider
nice
designs on this cover.
Exactly, and that's
and
the
then sew
next.
it together.
Exactly. So I think that we'll do that next. And there you go. Now you have a nice little pillow. And I could embroider some of these initials on here or a design or, whatever the case may be. And I think that this year's, we like to make all our Christmas presents. So this year, hopefully nobody's watching.
Everybody's getting pillows?
Everybody's getting a monogram pillow, I
pillows?
think. Why not, right?
Yeah, why
not? Anyway, so that's how easy it is to use this machine. It takes regular thread for the sewing part, and it takes embroidery thread, obviously, for the embroidery part. And I've got this nice set of 63 different embroidery colors that come in the storage kit, which I think is super handy. It also comes with a piece of interface as a backing, and then as well as a guide that shows you what all the colors are, right? So the machine tells you when you pick a design, you can choose the colors, and the machine will tell you what color is coming up next. So you can line all your colors up, and this guide makes it easy so that when I'm in here looking for my color, and I think, make it up, 607, I can quickly see that it's a purple and look through my purples until I find, oh, there it is, 607. All right, so I like to pull all my colors out, line them up in front, and then it prompts me as I go to switch out the thread, and you saw how easy it was to rethread.
Mm-hmm.
I have no issues doing it, and it's pretty fast.
I may even try that.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
I'm not allowed to touch that machine, am I? Not yet.
Well, you moved on to one machine. Well, you moved on to two. You did one last week.
Give it a couple of weeks.
But yeah, so this is nice little storage component. It's got 3 different layers.
Got a ton of great ratings here, and I think there's a video on this page that I can show. Hang on, let me see if I can find that here, and I can actually show you what she has done. Let's go back to the page here, and this is the bottom of the product page. Actually, you can see this here. I'm not going to show you all 10 minutes. I'm only allowed to show about a minute before I get booted. But this is it in action. This is with the embroidery foot. Can you talk us through this?
Oh yeah, let me see. So that is, we're just talking about about it as being an embroidery machine and how easy it is to flip the top up, set your embroidery up, your thread, and see, this is what I was talking about, lining my colors up. I like to line everything up just to make it simple and easy for me. Doing the bobbin, inserting the bobbin is super easy as well. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay. So let's go forward a little bit and see what you actually made with this.
I don't know what we made that day.
Here. Do you remember what we made here? Let's just
we were doing another monogram.
I promise this won't be more than like a few seconds.
Yeah,
that's right.
we were just doing a monogram just like the ones we have here.
This is it actually working.
It's pretty straightforward. Once it gets to the end of a color, it simply stops. You cut the thread, you pull off the color that's on there now, and you simply rethread it, do the automatic needle threader, and boom, you're back off and running. That's all there is to it. It's pretty straightforward.
That's pretty sweet. And let's see the finished product here. Look at all these colors.
I know, the colors are beautiful.
I'm going crazy with these things. So it shows you on the screen, and it shows you the progress as you're going through.
Yeah, you moved on to the next one. That's the G. But yeah, pretty straightforward.
Look how fast it goes. Oh, let's sped up a little bit just to kind of move the process. Yeah. Let's see what it looks like. Oh,
there you go.
That's really nice looking. You guys see this at home?
Yes.
I've lost my eye in the sky.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it right here.
You guys can watch this. It's about 10 minutes of video on here, and you can see some of the other customers' videos, also the brother stuff too. It's a really nice machine. It is, I think it's super fairly priced. People seem to love it. It's got a 4.7 out of 5 review.
You've watched me do some of these things.
Yeah.
I mean, just from watching, not actually doing yet, do you think it seems hard based on what you've seen?
I don't think it looks too hard. I think the threading would be a challenge to get used to, but once you did it a couple times, you appear to got it.
Right, exactly. Once I got going, it took one time to understand it. It's got a nice bobbin threader at the top. Easy to put the bobbin in and out. I like it. I think it's a pretty sweet machine.
It is a pretty neat machine.
I also have a nice sewing organizer here.
So you had the other one too. There's the other one on the carousel.
The
PE800.
The PE800.
What's the difference?
The PE800 is the one that only does embroidery. The SE1900, which is this one, does the embroidery and sewing.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's pretty sweet.
Very, very nice. 25-year warranty.
25-year warranty.
Somebody said these require some kind of maintenance.
Right. I mentioned that earlier. They recommend that you do maintenance on it every year to kind of re-oil things and get all the dust out. It's really.
You don't do this yourself.
You take it
to a service
take
center,
it to somebody who
authorized.
Yeah, somebody professional who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I do think it's important to keep your machine covered too, to keep the dust out as best you can.
It's good. It's a pretty neat machine.
Pretty neat machine, right?
This, and if you just want embroidery, you can get the
PE800.
There's really not much of a price difference in these two.
There really is not much of a price system, but if you're only looking to do embroidery, absolutely get the PE800. It's a nice machine too.
I'm thinking, I mean, why not get both? Why for like, what is it, like a $50 price difference?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why not get the SE and you get the
Why not?
flexibility of being able to sew and embroider?
That's right. That's right.
It's just my male thinking. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. So these are the sewing machines. If you have any comments or questions, put them in the chat. If you're watching us on other social media channels, come over to amazon.com/live. You can see Felicia's happy, smiling face there. And you can ask us questions in the chat. I can't monitor the other channels at the same time. We're fishing through some technical difficulties here. We've got a whole bunch of others. You wouldn't believe what's going on here.
Let's kind of
It's a miracle they're still on.
Right. So we talked about the thread. Let's talk about this. I'm going to go through the carousel here real quick.
Okay.
We've got this sewing accessory box.
You got a lot of stuff still to show you.
Right.
Hopefully everything will.
So this is sewing accessory box. Is a nice organizer. We've got all the pieces and parts and bobbins and screwdrivers and whatnot in one section. I've got the bobbin thread in another. We've got storage for sewing fabric, right?
It's your practice fabric?
This is my practice fabric, right? I haven't done this in a long time. So I've got extra thread. This is the thread for the sewing part of the machine. Also have this handy dandy magnetic pin cushion, right? It's magnetic.
Whoa. They just almost had a big problem there. That's pretty cool.
Right? I think
so no tomato anymore, huh?
No tomato. Somebody had a great idea to make the tomato and put a magnet in it, which is a smart idea.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could try that someday. But yeah, this is pretty handy, pretty slick. I have a rotary cutter in here.
What is that for?
This is actually to cut fabric. So I could take my Cricut ruler here that's got a nice metal edge, and I could line up my fabric. And if I wanted to cut it, I simply line it up the way I want.
Wait, are you cutting right here on your granite countertop? Or what
no,
are you
I've got one of these self-healing cutting mats.
Oh, that's cool.
Along with, yes, along with the, I'll tag it in 1 second. But you just take your rotary blade,
right on,
line up your ruler, and just press down. And I didn't press hard enough.
Pizza cutter.
It's like a pizza cutter. I still didn't cut hard enough. There you go.
Don't be afraid of it. You
I
can
know.
cut this in the Cricut too, couldn't you?
You could. Actually, we're actually going to do that. But that's how you would cut this with the self-healing mat.
Mm-hmm.
This is an old rotary cutter, but with the Cricut ruler, it's got the nice metal edge.
How come everything's purple here, Felicia? What's going on?
You know, there is a theme going here.
Did you do that on purpose?
I did not do that on purpose. That's interesting. This is super old. I've had this for a long time, but this is fairly new.
Funny how they're all almost identically the same color.
That's funny. It also has a front compartment where I have extra needles, a lot of extra needles, a pair of sewing scissors, as well as some embroidery scissors down here as well.
These are needles for your brother sewing machine, embroidery machine?
This is, these are needles for this machine.
Needles?
They actually do.
For embroidery and sewing?
Yep.
Interesting.
Interesting, right? So this is how I keep everything kind of sort of organized. I take my scraps because I practice a lot, and my samples here, and I just kind of stick them in the top to keep things kind of neat and organized and out of the way. And pack it right up. And I'm off and ready to go. Easy peasy.
Yeah, I like that. Very cool. Is this one of your new favorite toys? This is what you're doing a lot of now?
I try to do a lot of it. I think that
You're heavily into cricket, and then you were talking
Heavily-
about doing embroidery for years.
exactly. And now that we're we've passed July, we're into August. It's time to really start thinking about those Christmas gifts.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to make a plan for what we're going to do and not wait till the last minute and have that level of stress on top of everything else.
I don't like stress.
I don't either.
Stress is overrated.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So, and here I'm going to tag in the carousel that magnetic sewing cushion, which I just love.
Really?
I really do. It really is magnetic. It's right
Is
under
it?
those. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to stick myself. That is pretty cool. That is pretty
Here.
cool. Wait, can I try it again?
Yeah.
Wait, can I just drop it on there?
Yeah.
That is, oh, God, that's pretty smart. I
Right?
like that idea.
I have found this super handy.
I mean, is it really strong? If you really shake the crazy, careful. No, it's not moving anywhere.
It's not moving
That's
anywhere.
right. Huh, pretty strong.
And
magnet.
they're kind of standing up a little bit there too.
Wow. Very cool.
Pretty handy,
Like that.
right? So
Is
I
there
used
space or storage space inside that thing, or it's just the magnets inside?
no, it's just the magnet
Doesn't
inside
open
of
or
it.
anything?
No.
Just wondering, you know.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. It's a good
curious
question.
craziness. All
So I
right.
use this Cricut ruler with this nice metal edge to actually cut the fabric. And then we've also got this self-healing mat. It's a nice, I believe it's 24 by 36 mat. And we actually have a couple of them. He's got
What
one.
does a self-healing mat do? I know I
Fresh-
have one. I don't really cut
You
on
can
mine.
see where I cut, and there's nothing there.
So it kind of disappears.
It
You
kind of
rub it in.
disappears. Yeah.
Wonder how many
I
times
could
you
cut a
can
whole
do that.
bunch of things on here.
Have you?
Yeah. I use this for all different kinds of projects.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. We have a
So you
couple.
don't ruin your desk if you have a wood desk.
Do not ruin your desk.
Or granite, which would ruin
Or
your
granite.
blades.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, when you're doing some sewing projects, like the pillow I was showing you, it's better and more helpful when you have to sew a tight edge, put a hem in, you fold your material over, let's say roughly 1/4 inch, and to help you sew this seam down, right? And then you can pin it and you can sew it. Makes it easier. Well, we live in this apartment and we got rid of our iron. So I have this this Cricut Easy Press Mini, and I turn this on, get it nice and
Tiny
hot,
little iron.
tiny little iron, and then I'm able to
Tiny little iron.
put my seam in it. It's not on right now. It makes a nice little seam. I can pin.
That's pretty cool.
You see that? And then once I
Oh,
have it nice and
nice.
pinned, right, then you run it through your machine.
So what is this iron really for?
This iron is really for your crafting part, your vinyl, your iron on,
You do really
or
small
t-shirts.
projects?
Yeah, you can put, I've seen people put cute designs on kids' shoes,
Oh, okay.
hair bows,
And face masks.
and face
unfortunately, we're
masks.
starting to
Yes,
see
I
again.
guess they're kind of sort of coming back. At least here they are for sure. Yeah, not cool. But so yeah, so this is great. I mean, I don't know if you're a crafter, having this Brother SE 1900 is pretty handy for sewing and embroidery.
I like it. All right. What's
Tom's
the brother SE100?
Tom S says, I have a sewing machine and I've made pillowcases with sheet sets that are on sale on Amazon. That's brilliant. I love that. Actually, that's a really good idea. You could embroider a sheet set, towel set. I love that. So, yep,
That's a great gift too, right?
So-
Something you can't get anywhere
it's
else.
something you can't get anywhere else.
You know, embroidery is big in the South. Remember Alabama and
It is
Carolinas? They have embroidery
huge.
stores
They
there.
do. I mean, monogramming is a big
That's right.
thing in the
That's
South.
right.
Big.
And hats and
Oh, yes.
t-shirts and
I've got-
pillows.
Family in Alabama, and embroidery is a huge thing. All right, so I'm gonna quickly move this out of the way so we have more
All right.
space for the next gizmo or gadget.
What are we talking about next here?
I think we're gonna move on to the Sizzix.
I'm going to try to get ahead of you here.
So I'm just gonna quickly, give me 1 second, turn this guy off.
I'm hand holding. I apologize. The Big Shot Plus.
The Big
Let's
Shot
see
Plus.
if I can show that to
Okay.
these good people. See
All right.
exactly what a Big Shot Plus is. Let's take a look at this. This is it on the website. You see, we bought everything we're showing here in our carousel. Let me clean that up for you here. So this is the Big Shot. So what is a Sizzix? What does this thing do?
Sizzix is a die cutting machine, and this one happens to be a manual one where you set the die on the machine and you crank it through to create your image.
So no plugs, no computers.
No, not on that one. Nope.
Good old-fashioned elbow grease.
Good old-fashioned elbow grease.
See, this must be a die here.
What is it?
Then you do some really neat
Yes,
things.
so that's the set we actually bought, and it comes with the metal shapes there on the bottom are the various dies that come with it or that you can purchase. Mine came with flowers and a box die. It's pretty easy to make a box, and yeah, butterflies, hearts.
Nice to have a little starter kit, right?
It is nice.
Do you have any videos of stuff you made on this page?
I don't know what you posted. We
You
did.
did an unboxing. Okay, let's see if your butterfly shows. This is 36 seconds. Take a look at this. So this is a folder, I guess.
Yeah, that's an embossing folder.
All right, what are you doing here?
I just simply took a piece of paper, cardstock, put it inside that embossing folder, made my air quote sandwich with the cutting pads, and cranked it through to make a nice design. And we're going to do one in a second. I'm almost ready.
So this is like a greeting card. You make your own.
Yes.
Three-dimensional.
Yes, three-dimensional greeting cards. Right? I mean, how nice is that? That's not something that's super easy or fast to try to do on one of the other, like a Cricut or some of the other products. So I just find this really simple and easy.
What does this one do? Let's take a look. This is your unboxing.
Yep, that's the unboxing.
See that. You did a project at the end of this, right? Pretty easy to put
I honestly
together,
don't
right?
remember. It is very easy to
Look
put
like
together.
my hands.
You did this for me.
There's like one nut you have to turn on here. It really wasn't a big deal. Oh, this is your box. This is kind of cool to watch.
That's the embossing folder that came with it. It's an 8x10 embossing folder.
So you did embossing and cutting.
We embossed.
You
Yeah,
did an embossing boxy
we did.
box.
I don't have that anymore since we moved, but
You
yes.
gave it away.
Uh-huh.
This is pretty neat. So you're doing two things at once?
Yep.
Is it hard to turn that thing? It looks like you got a little effort.
You got to put a little effort in it. I'm not going to lie.
Are we going to do this today?
We're going to do this today.
I want to see this. See what she looks like. Oh, look at that. That's like a spotted dot embossed box. Just kind of zip forward here where you're putting it together. Speed this up. This is called B-roll, ladies and gentlemen. We're introducing B-roll into our streams now. Pretty sweet, huh? All right, let's see at the finish. Oh, you glued it together at the end. Any kind of special glue or just any kind of paper?
No, I use, I believe it's in the carousel, I use art glitter glue.
Look how fast she is. Amazing. Like a monster. Nice box. Look at that. You've got a completely unique, beautiful box. Perfect to put a small gift in there. You can't really do anything much bigger than that, can you?
No, not really. I mean, you kind of limit to the size of the machine unless you do something in different pieces and parts.
I see. All right, let's zip back to the camera here.
I have a couple of the embossing folders I can show you.
Me here. All right, there we are.
All right.
So this is it. This is the Big Shot Pro.
Yeah, this is the Big Shot Pro.
Is there a little shot?
There are. Uh-oh, we have a situation.
Okay,
Oh,
I got you. Go ahead.
you just stay right there for just,
No, do
you
that.
sure?
You gotta do
Okay,
this, Shannon.
all right.
We
Okay,
can work through this.
Emma, come here.
We can work
All right,
through this.
so the Big Shot
Why does
Plus,
everything go wrong on our stream? I'm not going to show that, of course. All right.
it comes with these different platforms and adapters. So we're going to show you a couple of the embossing folders that we have. I don't know if you can see this well, but this is a Christmas one with snowflakes. Here's a full-size one with snowflakes. And this is a three-dimensional one with hearts for Valentine's Day.
So this is kind of cool because there's different heights on here. I don't know if you can see that here, but it's got like two different heights on it.
So let's just run one through to see how it goes. So we're going to
do this with regular card slide. What if you had a card? Would you fold one end over the other side?
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
I see.
So
Plain old cardstock?
just plain old cardstock. I'm going to stick it in my embossing folder, just like that, right? No big deal. I'm going to take my platform. I'm going to make they call it a sandwich. I'm going to take my adapter, and everything is labeled with what you're supposed to be using. Okay, so you just kind of follow the guides. You've got a cutting mat for the bottom. You know what?
Hold on, I got to reposition myself.
I might have to do something slightly different with this one than we did last time because it was the 3D one was pretty fat. So we're just going to kind of run this through without the extra cutting mat and see if we can get it to run through.
It doesn't look that hard to turn. I guess
No.
the thicker your sandwich
The
is.
thicker your sandwich. And there you go. Oops, there it is.
Oh, that is pretty. Look at that. We're here in the light.
you see the
so we can
dim-
see that.
Can you see it?
Sort of, kind of. Let me grab that.
There you go.
I think I could do it here. I need to focus on this. There we go. That's neat. So you've got
There you
actually
go.
2 different levels there.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. So you can use the emboss side or the deboss side.
Yep, you could. I'm going to take one of the regular, that's a 3-dimensional one. I'll take one of the regular ones and run it through as well. Nice little workout, right? If you really want to make sure you got it good, run it back through the other way again.
Well, speaking of workout, we have to show people what's underneath your desk.
It's coming.
Reach all
It's
the way
coming up.
If I
It's
could
coming.
reach there.
Oh,
now.
look at this one.
That's beautiful. Look at that. Do you find it looks different on different colors of paper?
I find it definitely does, and I chose a darker color because the white. I love the way they look on white, but I chose the darker color so you could really see the dimensions, the designs.
Close up in here. Cool.
Pretty cool, right?
Flip that over. That's neat. It doesn't cut all the way through, or does it do that sometimes if your sandwich is too big?
I found that it cuts through if I'm using thinner paper.
I got you.
This is a little bit thicker
So
cardstock.
cardstock. I
Cardstock.
don't know what pound of cardstock this
I
is.
don't remember what this one is,
No worries.
but yeah. All right, so this is the embossing folders that you can purchase to create.
These are sold separately?
They are each sold separately. So those are
They're not
those.
expensive, are they?
No, they're not wicked expensive. Some of them you get as cheap as $6 or lower. So there's some designs there, and then you can also get. Trying to think of how to pull this up. You can also get the metal dies in different shapes. So this is a flower set. You can run this through the machine to create flowers.
Oh, these cut. These
They
actually
cut. They cut them. We're going to do one. We're going to actually cut the butterfly.
All right.
All right. So we're going to take our sandwich out because the dies are metal. This platform is not for the metal ones.
Oh, there's different platforms.
Yeah, this is
Does this kit come with all this stuff?
the kit comes with the standard platform, but this is a magnetic platform, which I find to be easier to use with the metal dies because they kind of just, snap right in place and stay where you want them.
Right, hang on a second. I'm going to roll a tripod over here. 'Cause I need
Oh,
to
here,
take
I got
care
you.
of
Hang on, I get you.
this.
Hang
I have
on,
to take care of something.
hang on.
Sally's not feeling too well today.
Oh,
We're in a
no,
little situation.
poor little
We're gonna take
Emma.
care of that.
Poor Emma.
We're going to roll the tripod over here. I'm going to take care of this so you can
Got
see
that?
exactly what she's doing. Thank you.
Mhm.
Pop that on here and make sure it's focused nice and neatly. And you can see everything she's doing. Is this in your way?
No, that's perfect, actually.
Everybody see that?
Okay.
See that at home?
Yeah, I can see it over here on our.
Live TV, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so we're going to I've got these Tim Holtz.
Who is Tim Holtz? Do you know?
He is some big crafting artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got such a
I
wide.
see his name everywhere.
Yeah, he's got a wide variety of different products. But I've got these butterflies dies. They're metal, so you can see they're etched on one side and smooth on the other. So we're going to, I'll show you how it works. We made our sandwich. We're going to take a piece of cardstock. Now, it's got the magnetic platform, a cutting mat, cardstock, and the die, and it's still, the magnet is still strong enough to go all through all those layers.
Wow.
So we're going to just kind of line this up, add our extra topper, and we're going to run it through.
Is that the official name? The topper?
Well, it's the cutting mat.
You can name it.
You name it.
You're an official now.
You do you,
Call
as
this
I
thing
say.
Whatever you want, Felicia.
Right? I'll just roll it back through so that the mat is on the side of not hanging over the edge here. Take off the cutting mat. Take off the cardstock. And looky there. This is
Wow.
my butterfly, as well as this one. And pop out the little pieces that were cut. I'm just doing it with my finger, pretty easy.
This is similar to what you can do with a cricket,
This
only
is similar with what you can do with a cricket.
what's
And the
difference
cricket,
here? What do you think?
I think that some of the things with really small details, you're going to have better luck with something like a Sizzix than you are with a cricket.
Mhm.
But I've got a cutout piece. Can you see that okay?
Mhm. Yeah, I think
I've got a
we're-
solid piece. If I had done them in different colors, you'd see this a little bit better, but you can take them and attach them. Just put a little glue in the middle, right? And then you can float your wings up and kind of give it dimension on your card.
This
right?
would be really cool for cards or
So if I-
scrapbooking or.
If I were
Oh,
doing a
that's
card,
pretty
I could do this,
Wow,
right?
you're so
And add,
clever.
add dimension.
Look at you.
Right? I think that's really pretty.
You're like the Bob Ross of physics.
Cute little butterfly.
Say that again.
Cute little butterfly.
Let me get you the wig.
You can also use, oh, where did I have it? Okay, so we talked about, you asked me a question about the Cricut cutting some of this stuff.
Mhm.
Sometimes the Cricut has a hard time cutting really intricate or delicate stuff. So I've got this kit of different word sayings for the Sizzix. And here's an example of, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, hold on. There you go.
All right, so this is the word celebrate that I used with one of the dies,
Trying to get ahead of you.
right? And it's real intricate, and I sometimes experience issues with the real intricate pieces, so that's kind of why I
On the
use
Cricut.
these on the Cricut.
Ah.
Right. And it very well could be that I'm not using the right settings or whatnot, but I find that this is a lot easier to use.
Some of the stuff I've done on the Cricut, I haven't done a lot, but like the smaller cuts, the really intricate detail, I have a hard time pulling those off, especially
Right.
with vinyl. Can you cut vinyl with this?
I think you can.
Like heat transfer vinyl, and
I'm
you want to put a butterfly on your car?
not sure.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
not
way it
sure.
cut all the way through.
That I'm not sure. So let me set this aside, and I'll show you one more thing. Put this guy here.
It's
And
like
you
Felicia's
can-
show and tell.
Here's another folder for making butterflies, for embossing folder. And I also have, this is just a magnetic sheet, by the way, so that my dies kind of stay a little bit organized. But these dies, it's a little hard to see, but I'll see if I can pull one up here. They're all just different sizes, but they have an etched edge, right? It's like a stitched edge. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and put this one aside. I'll run it through so you can see what that looks like. Okay, so we've got our magnetic platform. We've got a cutting pad. We're making our sandwich. We're going to put our die, which is sitting on that magnetic mat, which keeps it in place nicely. And we're just going to run this through.
And that plastic thing's got a bunch of things in it. That's okay, right?
That's absolutely fine.
That's
Yep.
supposed to happen.
Yep. I was really worried the first time I used it, thinking, oh my gosh, I've already
You
messed up
ruined it.
this up. What the heck? Anyway, so pull out my cutting pad. I've got my cardstock and my die. And here's my circle that I cut. And I don't know.
Hang on, let me focus on it.
There you go. So now you can see it's got a nice stitch edge. It just adds a little more dimension to
Something
things.
you put on a pair of jeans or something. It's kind of cool.
It adds a nice dimension to your cards. You can be as creative and as clever as you want to be. It's just your imagination is the limit,
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty cool.
So
you
so
make
yeah.
your own jeans. Can you cut leather with this thing?
I don't know about that.
Can you go?
He always asks
No, it's
tough
great
questions.
I know. Like I'm coming up with all these ideas.
I
I
have-
want to come out with Felicia jeans.
I have no idea. I can't answer your question.
Don't worry
I
about it.
don't know.
We'll get back to you on the
Okay.
next stream.
All right,
With
so that's
Felicia jeans.
kind of the Sizzix. I mean, there's a gazillion different dies you can purchase. There is a ton of embossing folders you can get, a variety of different size cutting mats if you were into that. Just tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Tons of
How
stuff.
many
So
do you have, do you think?
I don't even know. They're kind of all over the place. I'm not very organized in this small, tiny apartment. So
She came from a big she shed into
yeah.
this apartment temporarily while we're building the big she shed, and things are kind of
it's a little
disarray.
crazy.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and put this one away for a second. What's next up? So
And
we
now the
talked
she
about our
shed-
embossing folders.
The she shed
Oh.
may be kind of.
Let me show you this. Fresh.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll leave you on here.
Okay.
What should I click on? What are we looking at?
Right here. Right here.
The
Are you-
expanding storage folder.
Yes, these expanding storage folders. These are the handiest little things. I found these super handy because we're living in this smaller apartment. But I've got these nice little totes that can hold my 12 by 12 cardstock. Huge pieces of cardstock fit easily into this machine or this bag. 12 by 12 cardstock. I keep my scraps in there as well. And it makes it so easy for me to just grab and go. And I have probably 6 or 7 of these now with a variety of different colors in it.
Where do you keep those? Under
my desk. Yeah.
You can't wait to get your sheet.
I cannot wait. Every time he asks me to do a show, it's like, are you serious? Because I have to pull everything out. So give me a second. I'm going to move this one out of the way.
All right. So let me show you these guys. There's a 2-pack. I don't think they're on sale, but let's take a look at that on the site here. Storage Studios, $23.56 for 2. Oh, $9.43 for 1.
Well,
wait. Should be cheaper because actually that's on sale. So
it's interesting.
Yeah, it might be better to buy one individually to save a few bucks there. They store up to 12 by 12.
They do.
Very nice. A lot of good ratings here. A lot of people use these. 4.6 out of 5.
I think they're super handy.
Yeah, you can save 14% off the 1-pack. That's interesting. Maybe they forgot to put the 2-pack on sale. So you can have these guys tomorrow. Shipped to you tomorrow. There are pictures of them? Let's see. Oh, we just saw them. How many sheets of paper are you fitting here?
Hi, Kelly Garcia. Thank you so much for the follow. We really appreciate that. I don't know. It's a lot of cardstock I've got stuffed in those things. I'm not going to lie.
It doesn't say here. Expanders is 15 and 3/4 by 13 by 3. So that's, you can probably put a whole bunch of stuff in there.
You can see I have mine stuffed.
All right.
So I'm kind of going through the carousel real quick to see. We've talked about everything on the Sizzix, kind of tapping through. Fresh, do you want to show the QB? It's next.
The QB?
The QB.
All right. No.
You want me to bring it over? Why don't I bring it over here?
There. Wait, let me see if I can show. Watch out, Scoot. Let me see if I can show it from here because you really need to see it in its environment. Now we're tethered with a wire here. We tried to do some clever camera work with some Elgato software, which isn't working out too well for us. But Felicia works from the house. And when she's working, you're sitting in your chair. You're really stuck to your chair. You can't really walk around unless you're on a phone call. When you're working on your computer.
Right.
Come here, Joe. Come here. You're blocking with you. What are you doing? You're going to work out too? So she's got this thing under her desk called a QB. So while you're crafting or working or whatever you're doing, even while you're watching TV, you can work out with this little, what is this thing called? An elliptical?
Yeah, it's an elliptical machine.
And do you find yourself just kind of doing it? I mean, does it bother you? Are you like tired doing this or?
You do. I mean, we've got it on the highest tension. I can feel that for sure right now. And it's quiet. Nobody can hear it. I'm on a conference call doing my exercises under my desk. Nobody hears me.
Listen. You can hear the air conditioner here, but that thing is completely silent.
Completely silent.
Didn't you have another one that was making all kinds of whirring, weird noises? It would go.
Yeah, we had a different type a long time ago. But I have one of these actually at work, in my physical office, and I use it all the time there when I was in the office with no issues at all. Nobody heard me. I didn't have to keep my door closed and do it.
Does it have adjustable? Adjustable tension on it?
It does. It does. This one goes as high as 8, which you have it on. And now I'm tired.
I'm sitting there. We're going to turn it up to 8.
Yeah, I'm tired.
So what do you typically have the one at work on?
Well, the higher the tension, the better.
Yeah.
This is
That's
me.
a pretty neat machine.
Pretty neat machine, right?
Very, very silent. It's got a ton of
Very
excellent
silent
reviews on it too. I don't know if we made a video on this one. Did we do? I think it might be there, but it's not there yet. Let's take a look at the ratings. Ratings are insane. Almost 10,000 ratings at a solid 4.6 out of 5. $249. Get yourself in excellent shape. They have a newer version too that connects to the mobile app. I don't think it's necessary. Do you?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not here. There's a couple of videos you can watch people doing this thing too. This is neat. I know a lot of older people use these too. It doesn't have incredible tension underneath your desk.
Right.
So a little easier to use than like a standing elliptical, something that you'd find in a gym. Yeah, we like this thing. It's got some girth to it. I'm not going to lie. The thing's heavy. You pick this bad boy up, it's definitely got some weight to it. So it's not something you're going to tote back and forth. You're really going to set it and just put it somewhere and just leave it there. It's got a display on it too. It tells you how many strides you've made. It's got a time and how many calories you burn, and you can change things on here too. And this is how you change. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Oh, yep. There it is. Yep. Yeah, you can change the tension here. Of course, I put it all the way up to 8 because I want to make Felicia work. Work it, girl.
Whew, among many other
I
workout
put
things
that
that you've
steel
got.
sometimes when you're not here, and I put it under my desk too. It's kind of a neat little device. And it's working while you're crafting. That's why we wanted to show that today. It's a pretty neat little device. All right, you're here with Fresh and Felicia. If you're watching us on one of the other social media platforms, come over to where? Amazon.com/live. You can chat with us there. Thank you for following us. You guys are awesome. Hey, if you follow us, what do they have to do?
If you follow us, go ahead and take a screenshot of the follow and send it in an email to freshandfelicia@gmail.com, and it will enter you into our monthly contest for Amazon gift cards and other great prizes. We gave out 7 Amazon gift cards last night on the show. At the end of we do this at the end of the month.
That's right.
So, and you don't have to be.
You can win again right now.
Yep, you absolutely can. You're continuously entered into the contest.
That's it. Yeah. So make sure you follow us. You can click that follow button here on it. You can only do it on Amazon. On the other social media networks, you can't do this. So come over here. You can win some prizes. You can actually shop for these things too and take advantage of Amazon's terrific sales and shipping.
Right.
All right. So what are we looking at next?
All right. So let's kind of go through the Cricut machines real quick, and then we'll make a project.
Oh.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So first up in the carousel is the Cricut Maker 3. This is the newest Cricut Maker that came out in mid-June.
Right, a couple months.
Yep. And its predecessor was the Cricut Maker, which is also in the carousel. And the difference between the two of them is that the newer machine is twice as fast in cutting. And it also, where is it? It also accepts smart vinyl. Smart vinyl means you don't have to use a mat.
This is the mat. So typically on the older machines, and for most other vinyl too that's not smart vinyl, you have to put your vinyl on this adhesive mat. And it sticks to here and then they feed it through the machine. Is that a big deal? Not really. It's no big deal. But what's cool about the smart vinyl that you can do that you can't do with a mat?
So regular vinyl is only 12 inches wide, but smart vinyl is exactly the width of the machine and fits right between the two guides, and you don't need the mat. And you can then, this roll is what, 12 feet, I think, maybe 15 feet.
So, yeah.
So I can cut wall boards. I can cut long borders that I might want to put in my classroom or my house. That's what this is really good for, and because it can go as long as the vinyl length is. Not that you can't do that with the mat, because you can, you just have to do it in pieces. Okay, so this kind of makes it a little bit easier to use the smart vinyl.
That's pretty cool. It's twice as fast. Is it twice as fast with all vinyl?
Yeah.
And there was another interesting thing you found too.
Quieter.
I think it's a little quieter.
A little quieter to cut. Now, would I say that I would jump to switch from the regular Maker to the 3? Probably not necessarily. That was really good English.
That's cool. It's honest.
So the Maker, I've had the Maker for several years, and never once did I say, oh, wow, that thing is too loud, or it doesn't cut fast enough. I never thought that. But if you are somebody who is going to do a lot of cutting with your machine, make a lot of different things, maybe you do need to upgrade to the 3. But if that's not the case and you're happy with the sale price of the regular Cricut Maker, go for it.
It says the Maker, this is the Maker, the previous one, as well as this one, has 10 times more cutting power than the Explorer family.
Yes.
The Explorer is the next one down, right?
Right. And that's also in our carousel. And the big difference, I knocked my thing over. The big difference between the Explorer series and the Maker series is the Maker cuts 300 different types of materials, where the Explorer family of products cuts 100 different types of materials. And the other big difference between the Explorer and the Maker is that,
look at this. It says it cuts up to 75 feet in length.
if you have that type of vinyl, go for it. It's going to be expensive vinyl.
God, 75 feet in length. I mean, what would you even do with that?
I don't even know.
Like an RV?
Yeah. Right.
Stripes on an RV. That's insane.
Yep. So
you can do your home printer to print and cut. That's interesting.
yep, print and cut.
And then it has a
Design Space, Cricut Design Space, and of all the different electric cutting machines, I personally find, and I've used all 3, I personally find the Cricut Design Space software to be the easiest software to use. Now, the last time we did a show, Fresh, I taught you how to use the Joy using Design Space. Did you find it to be hard and complicated?
No, I didn't think it was that hard.
No, it's pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah.
So the big difference, another one of the big differences between the Maker family versus the Explorer family is that the Maker accepts different cutting blades. So I pop this off. This is the fine
We're
tip.
showing the video here. Hang on, back over here. I think I'll have your cutting blades over here. You actually made a project
I
when you
did.
unboxed this thing, like right out of the box.
We did.
You made our world famous shirt that hit one of the big social media things and kind of went viral. All right, so let's go back to you and show Felicia in action with all your blades.
All right, so it comes with the fine point blade. And then it also has, this is a nice organizer for your blades. I think it has like 12 or 13, I can't remember the exact number at the moment. Different types of blades that you can put into this machine. One is a rotary cutter because you can cut fabric on this machine, which we're going to do a project on here in the near future, we hope. This is a wavy blade, so you can create wavy edges to your stuff. And that's my extra. A deep point blade. It also has, where is it? Let me show you. It has a knife blade. I'm not sure you can see this, but it's got a real deep knife blade. And this is going to allow you to cut through things like chipboard or balsa board. So that's what this is really good for.
Your Jeep Wave sign here?
Hang on one second, let me check. No, I think I have it handy, so you can see. I mean, it's really a good example.
It's interesting how thick of a material this thing will actually cut through. It's just the Maker. Actually, the Explorer cuts through some heavy duty stuff.
Yes,
too.
it does.
I don't think it's going to go through chipboard. I think this one's the only one that can do chipboard, right? I have my cheat sheet on this.
Here you go.
Here.
All right, so I found it.
Oh, there it is.
It was stuffed in the box, so forgive me. It's a little messed up, but that's okay. So we created this Jeep Wave. Yep, we have a couple of Jeeps. And it is made on chipboard. And you can see it's obviously it's much thicker than.
You see that? Try to focus on that there.
It's much thicker than cardstock or paper, or vinyl, or even iron material. And you have to use that deep cut knife blade to actually cut through this. And
which one is that?
The knife blade, the deep knife blade.
You know exactly which one it is? That's pretty cool.
I know.
And how many passes? Can it do it in one pass or something?
No, it does it in a variety of different passes, and it really depends on the design. I can't remember how many passes. I think this might have been.
I think I remember
2 or 3.
I think it was like 12, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
It was a lot. It was there for
I don't
a
know.
while.
We've done so many different projects over time. But yeah, and it was pretty straightforward. And then I cut the words Jeep Wave and the hand with vinyl, and I actually used removable vinyl on this one. I can tell the difference between the two because removable vinyl has a matte finish and permanent vinyl has a glossy finish. So those are the different the differences between the Explorer family and the Maker family. Now, we also have the Joy. Oops, where's she? And she's the baby of the Cricut family. And she's kind of portable and lightweight, and she cuts. She can also do foiling, where you take foil and you can decorate your cards with the impression of the foil onto the card. You can use pens in here. You can make cards, T-shirts, removable vinyl stickers, whatever the case may be. And they've got a really nice little app for this machine with presets for making cards and the other different things that you can do on here. And it's very simple to use, and it Bluetooths right to your computer, and you are right to the machine, and you're off and running in no time at all. I think it is a little more affordable. I can't remember the price at the moment, but it's definitely a little more affordable. It is very portable. So if you're, that kind of person who wants to go visit family or friends and take this with you, it's really lightweight and easy to pack up and take with you wherever you're headed to.
Wait, I've got a video here to show you. This is you using the, what is this vinyl called?
That is holographic iron-on vinyl.
That's pretty. Holographic, like it changes colors when you move the light around?
Yeah.
Whoa, cool. Whoa, it's like transparent. This is iron-on.
This is an iron material, and we're using...
These are smart materials too, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's smart material, again, because it fits the width of the machine. You don't have to use a mat.
But you can use regular vinyl with a mat.
Yes.
There's a little tiny mat for
Yep,
this.
there's a little narrow mat that fits into this machine.
Oh, I see your little iron here.
Yeah, that's my little mini.
I can't even tell it's cut here. So you save your scraps.
I always save my scraps. You never know how big or small you might need for a project. So I just kind of have I either roll it up with the roll of extra material, or I have a little box that I put scraps in. Heat up my iron, my little mini press, weed out the extra pieces so that I only see the design. Peel that up off the backing.
This is sped up. She's not doing it this fast. Obviously, we don't want you to sit here all day and watch her.
Right.
You got to do a little more gingerly than that, right?
Right.
You think this is a little harder to work with, this real thin vinyl material?
No.
About the same?
Yeah, about the same. So
And you can put this on any shirt or any pillow or any bag?
the regular iron on vinyl, whether it's glitter, plain, holographic, can go on any regular t-shirt or item that you want to put it on. They also sell infusible ink, and you do need to use sublimation type materials, and Cricut has their own line of shirts for that to adhere to.
So this you're just going to put on just any old regular
t-shirt. So I'm just kind of weeding out the extra pieces that fill in like the L's and the O's, taking those out, and then it becomes ready to iron on. Put your shirt down and line up.
B-roll is so cool, isn't it?
Right? How long is this?
Oh, it's under 5 minutes for sure.
Okay.
Like 30 seconds.
All right. And anyway, so you just kind of line up your image where you want to place it on your shirt and heat it up, and boom, you're done.
Wow.
It's just that easy. It's pretty straightforward stuff.
There's your little iron. How long does that take? About a minute?
Yeah. 30 seconds to a minute.
This up here. It's almost done. And then you have a beautiful t-shirt.
Custom made by you t-shirt.
Now this is a great gift too. I mean, you can make things for softball teams.
Family reunions. We've got one coming up.
Small companies, small businesses can have their own uniforms. So there's just so many things you could do with this thing.
Lots of different options here.
And you could do this with the Joy or the Explorer
or the Maker,
right?
Correct.
Like you could do this project with any of these machines. You
Correct.
just chose to do this one with the Joy.
With the Joy.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
All right, let's come back on. Bring your happy face back into place. There you are.
All right.
So this is the Maker.
Yep.
And then you have the Joy behind her. And what is this little device?
So this little guy is the Cricut mug press.
What does that do?
It's the newest product in the the Maker is the newest different thing in the line of Cricut products, and this is a mug press. Let me just scoot by you, sorry, and because Fresh is busy, and grab a couple of examples of mugs that we have made with the mug press. Now the mug press uses, apologize again, infusible ink material that Cricut sells. And these are a couple of different mugs that we made with
yeah, you're on video. Yeah,
are you sure?
Yeah, you're on.
Okay.
I'm trying to find our really
I can't see what you're
videos
seeing,
that you
so I
made
apologize.
Here. I'm going to go back here. Okay, go.
Okay. So this is a mug we made on the cut the material on the Maker using infusible ink.
You could do that on the Joy.
You could do it. You cut it on anything.
Okay.
You cut the material on any one of the machines you want. It just depends on the width. Weed it out, put that onto your mug, stick it inside the holder, press this down, and about 5 minutes later you have.
I mean, how hard is it to make? Could we make one right now?
You could. I know you're going to ask me to do that. Johnny on the spot. He likes to get me every single time.
Do you want to do it? Do you guys at home want to see her do this thing?
Sure, right?
Sure they do.
Sure.
Come on,
so
let's make one.
Let me go grab the power cord because I wasn't prepared for that.
Oh.
Hang on.
So this is the Cricut mug press. Essentially, this does not cut. This doesn't do anything except apply heat to a sublimation kind of mug. There's only a couple sizes you can make. These are the official Cricut ones, but you can use other mugs as well. Where do you keep those mugs? You have a special place?
For what?
Your sublimation mugs?
Oh, they're in the bedroom. Hang on.
Okay.
Hey, I got to go dig one of those out too. I have to go dig one of those out too.
Too much? Too soon?
Hold on.
Oh, goodness. She hates when I put her on the spot like this, but you guys want to see how this thing works, right? I did have some B-roll on the page, but apparently it's not there anymore. In the meantime, we're going to walk over here and show you the Brother cutting machine. Of course, Brother, who made the sewing machines that we showed earlier, has their own. This is their Cadillac. And this does a lot of the same things that the Cricut machines do. And I think a little bit more. Let me turn it back on here. You don't need a computer to use this one. This is pretty cool. Now, they do have a Brother design tool, but I think this is online too. But this already comes with everything built in. Essentially, the computer is inside the machine, much like their sewing machines. So I'm personally trying to learn how to use this. And I'll be honest, I think the Cricut's a little easier to use if you're doing some of the design features in it. But this is an incredibly capable machine that does things that the Cricut won't do. So if I want to scan something, I can actually scan this design into this machine without being connected to a computer, and it will store it inside its memory and then be able to cut it later. I'm going to show you how to do it. Look, I'm a boy and I'm doing this, okay? I'm as clueless as you get.
Are you going to run that actually through?
I'm going to run it through. I think it's
Okay,
going to hit the back.
it's going to hit the back. Can you turn it?
Just a little more.
There you go. Turn it a little bit more.
All right, it'll fold.
Okay, there you go.
All right, can you guys see that? So I'm going to press the mat load button. Actually, I'm going to go home. Oops. The carriage will move to the, well, I'm not going to cut. Actually, I think I'm doing it wrong. I'm going to click on scan. And I'm going to scan to cut data because I want to save this for later. So it says create, cut, or draw data from images. So I'm going to do this here. Mat is not loaded, so I have to press this thing. So it tells you on the screen what to do, which is a little different than the Cricut machine. Uh-oh, is it going to go through?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's press start. I think it's going to hit the sync.
No, I think you'll be okay.
I don't know. Oh, it's going to hit. It's going to hit.
I'll help it. There you go. You got it.
There you go. So it pulls it back here. So it's scanning this image here, and it's going to show me on the screen what it's scanned and ask me what I want to do with it. So you do need a scanning mat for that. This does not come with it. I think the cutting mat came with this.
I think it did.
I'm not sure which one came with this thing. So you can see on the screen here, I'm going to pull the mat out. That's okay. Pull that bad boy out. So I'm sure I'm done with this thing. And I've got it just where I like. You can see it's on here. So now I can actually go like this. And I'm still learning this thing too. I can drag this around the area that I want to save, and it's going to save this cutting. And you can do a lot of things with this that you can do on the Cricut software too. You can weld things together. You can cut individual pieces of this thing. And a lot of things I really haven't learned yet, to be honest with you. So I'm going to preview this thing, see what it looks like. This is what I've got. I'm going to click OK. There's some other things to do. I'm going to save it right to the machine. This machine has memory built into it, which is pretty cool. This does a lot of cool things. So I just scanned. I used this machine as a scanner. And I took this image, and I was able to scan it in. Now, a function you might find this helpful for is a lot of people like to make their own decals. So if you have an inkjet or a laser printer is probably better because inkjet printers, they're water soluble. So as soon as you get a little bit of water on inkjet, it's going to run. If you have a laser, that image is actually baked into the paper. So that's going to stay there. It's going to be more permanent. So if you have a laser printer or you just bought something you want to cut out and make decals from, you can copy it onto just like sticker paper. And you can have this machine scan and actually cut out whatever you have on this thing on sticker paper. I think that's phenomenal. So this was a page of just something I printed. I could print it on sticker paper, run it through, and it would automatically cut this design out for me. And it'll ask me how much of a border to do. We did that once, didn't we, with something?
What's that?
Just to try it out. We did the
Yep, we did.
Yeah, we made decals out of
Yep,
this once.
we did.
There's a video.
The Christmas decals.
All right, so I'm going to go back to the home page, and I've got this. Yeah, I don't need that on screen anymore. So now I'm going to do this is what I want to do in Canvas Workspace. I think you can do a direct cut with this thing too, where you could cut vinyl. Select the device, convert and cutting data. But there is a pretty neat little thing here. That's the direct cut. This is if you want to make stickers. So I could transfer this over to the Brothers. It Design Canvas. What is it called?
This is Canvas Workspace.
Yeah,
Yep.
They just did a nice update to it. It's a little easier to use now. So But as far as this thing goes, it's got a tremendous amount of stuff built in. I mean, you got a whole bunch of patterns built into this thing. You can just start, you can edit on this screen and change things around and change your type style. Whatever you want to do here, you can do kerning on here. And there you go. You can move this thing all over the place. And there's a whole bunch of things you don't want to bore you with all this craziness here. 5-inch LCD touchscreen. It connects wirelessly over the internet. What's neat about this is you never need to physically connect this to your computer to use the workspace and to interface between the two. This is really neat. Actually, this is not even on the same home network that my computer is on, and it connected seamlessly. So this is pretty neat. So this is great. A lot of quilters and sewing people use this to cut their patterns before they sew them. You can exchange your blades too. I haven't replaced this. Are there other blades that come with this too?
Yes, you can get other blades with that.
In here too. Yeah.
And the little pens are in the drawer.
Oh, yeah, a bunch of pens and stuff. All sneaky stuff. Again, I'm just trying to figure this thing out. What is this blade? Is this just the holder? Oh, this is the pen holder. Come down here and show you this. And you have a bunch of pens. And you can draw with this as well.
Yes.
I think there's even an erasable pencil that you can get with this thing. So you can actually draw on your cloth cutouts if you want to do a quilt. You know exactly where to sew it or where to cut it. Did it come with this too? A little spatula? It's so cute.
Yep, it came with that too.
What is this thing?
What is that? I don't remember. It's been a while since I've used that one.
Oh wait, this came with one of your kits. This was for the metal, isn't it?
I don't. Oh yes, I think it was.
Yes, you can emboss
for
or
embossing.
Emboss metal.
Yes,
So there's
yes.
these kits you can buy with this thing. They come in these ginormous boxes with everything you need for these really special projects you can do with this thing. But this is really, really capable. Again, I'm just starting to dig into this. I want to see everything it can do. I've done a great cut. Actually, on the front of it, I did my first cut right here. So I scanned this image right from here. And I did some very, very minor adjustments. And then I put my standard tack adhesive mat in here. And I put some white vinyl on there. And I was able to cut this out and personalize my machine. A lot of people do these with Cricuts, but why not brother, right? It is a pretty neat machine, a little more pricey. It's just not the same price as the maker.
Yeah, yeah.
It's,
That's the same
I
price
think
as
it's
the
not,
maker.
in the
Very
$400
comparable.
range, but this is very, very capable. Again, it has the scan function, which nothing else does. Now you can print and scan in the Cricut machine, but it's a different process, isn't it? I think you
You
have
can
to actually
print and cut.
print
You
and
can't
cut.
scan.
You can't scan and
You
cut.
can't
So
scan.
that's the beauty on this guy too. You
Right.
can actually scan and cut. So if you make a lot of decals for kids, you can do that right here in this machine without even having a computer hooked up to it.
Right.
I think that's phenomenal. So I'm going to learn how to get a little bit better at this too. And then we're going to have Felicia sew some stuff that I'm going to cut out of here. I'm going to have her make me some MC Hammer pants.
Oh gosh,
It won't be
Rosalinda.
the gold lame. It'll be like a different color. I'm going to do something a little crazy this time. So this is a pretty good machine. This is my first scan and cut. Pretty cool, huh? So that's the brother family. So this, you don't need to have the brother to work with the brother embroidery or sewing machine. You can mix these up. A lot of people do, but a lot of people like to keep everything in the same family. This will not talk to the sewing machine. This is a completely different thing. Ooh, it's got an update available. Always do your updates, right? And again, this connects to my home network wirelessly. And it's not even on the same home network that my computer's on. And somehow over the internet, they're able to talk to each other. I think that's pretty advanced. That's neat stuff. What have we made on the brother? Didn't we make some Jeep decals?
We made some
something?
Jeep decals. We made stickers, Christmas stickers. Yeah, we've done a lot of different things with it.
Let me see if I can find something.
We did
Anything to show you here. Oh, I'm on the wrong
Rhinestones. We
page.
used a rhinestone kit.
Oh, that's right.
Remember
That's right. We
the
made
rhinestone
that
shirt?
shirt.
Yeah, that was pretty fun, to be honest.
So that was one of the super duper kits that come with this thing. Let me see if I can find the video to show this. Oh, here it is. Wait, I think I can show you this video. Let me pop over here. I'm going to show you this really cool B-roll. I will not show you the full 11 minutes because that's ridiculous, but this is one of the kits and this is what they look like. Check this out. This is the rhinestone starter kit. And you thought this was going to be difficult, didn't you?
I did,
You thought it was going to be a
but it
little
was
crazy?
not.
But the instructions are pretty straightforward. Comes with this little, everything in this box it comes with. Came with
Right.
like 3 bags of rhinestones, right?
I think it had
Different
four
colors.
bags of rhinestones.
4 bags, okay.
Yep.
And this little felt stuff. Did the dog hair come with it? And you need this card to
You
activate
have to
the
have dog
pattern.
hair.
Yeah, this is, you have to type it in code or something. And this is the material that you cut through, and this sets the positions for the rhinestones, right?
Right.
All right, so let me just run through this real quick. And can you talk us through this while I grab the shirt?
What are we doing here? So we're loading the Canvas Workspace Brother software onto the screen. And I haven't done this in a long, long time. But inside here, you can use pre-designed images that they have within the software, or they actually have letters and numbers, and you can spell out your own words, which is really what he's going to show you now. Yeah.
All right, so let's kind of fast forward through this so you can see the end of the project. We don't want to bore people with our B-roll. We kind of zip through these things. Oh, this is your butterfly.
That was my butterfly. I love that butterfly.
That's beautiful.
That's pretty cool.
And you use the Cricut heat press as an iron. A lot of people think this is fabulous, including myself. So this is the shirt I'm going to show you. And she made this with that thing too. Did the cutout through that little felt thing and then just brushed on. Let's see if I can show you brushing the.
Well, that was pretty cool. How it got the little.
How you actually brush the rhinestones into the. Before you ironed it on here. This is really, I never thought that they would fall in, but somehow they just kind of fall in perfectly to their little holes here.
Pretty cool, right?
You know,
it's pretty impressive.
You need to see this. This is
pretty
really
impressive.
Cool. So there's your kit. All right, so this is what we're looking at here. So this is that's the cutout. And your brother's going to do the cutout. It's going to cut out all these little holes. And look, it's just a mess. She just dumps them on here, right? You see this disaster of a mess? And she just brushes them, and somehow 99% of these things fall into the hole right side up.
Right side up, just like that.
How did that even happen?
It's amazing, isn't it?
How did that even happen? And she just brushes them in there, and then the rest of them you just push back in the bag and use them for another project later. Look at that. You had to fix a few by hand, right?
I think there were like just a couple that I couldn't get to flip. But yeah.
But that is amazing how you could just brush these things in here. Some are there, most of them, 99% of them fell into the right place.
Yep.
That was pretty cool stuff. This is a neat machine. I mean, it's definitely, if you're on the fence trying to figure out if you want to do Brother or Cricut, you really need to look at some of the options here. And this is the legendary shirt. And we've washed this 2 or 3 times on a normal cycle. Hot water wash, run it through the dryer, and everything is still attached. It's amazing that these things are still attached to these things. It's still, nothing's fallen off. I don't think one has fallen off yet. That's pretty amazing.
It's pretty cool.
It is a really neat shirt. It's sparkly. So if you want to do things with rhinestones, but you've always been afraid to do that, this is your chance. And these are the MC Hammer pants that I wear this with. You see how it kind of matches?
He really does wear that.
So I do these MC Hammer pants. And I could do the whole hammer dance and everything. I'm not going to do that today, so don't ask me. Maybe if you're paying me. Kidding, I'm not doing that. All right, so what are we looking at now?
All right, so
that was my little diversion, Mom.
That was a huge diversion, and I want to say thank you very much for that. So we're going to go. You wanted to make a mug, Johnny, on the spot.
I do.
So we have a birthday coming up. Actually, we have a belated birthday. So we're going to make a mug for the belated birthday. It's simple. I did a quick design, like with a cupcake and happy birthday. Okay.
You did it already?
I did the design, and I haven't cut yet.
Oh.
No. So in order to use the mug press, you need to use infusible ink. So I've got a couple of different patterns. I grabbed one, and I've got it ready to go. All right. So it's on my mat.
So it's
my
not
image.
Smart.
It's not smart, so it's on my
You can
mat.
get smart infusible ink now?
I don't think they have that.
I don't know if they have that.
But I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. It's going to just take a couple of minutes to cut.
So you did this in a Design Space software on your computer.
I did.
You sent it over to the Cricut wireless.
Wireless, Bluetooth connected together, and it's going to go off and do this cut.
This is a lot quieter.
It is so quiet, isn't it? I really like it.
They must have changed something in the motor mechanism here to do that. That's pretty amazing. It is.
So you can see, look how vibrant the colors are on the box.
Yeah.
Versus how muted the colors are on the infusible ink. Now watch what happens when we heat it up. Go ahead and fresh. Can you hand me the mug press?
Yes.
We're gonna and the mat. we're going to put that over here. Now, the one thing that they tell you to do is kind of have this close to like an open window or open door. It does release some gas, and it's kind of smelly.
I'll move the maker as soon as the cut's done.
So and then we can, I'm just going to push the button to turn it on and heat it up.
Super vibrant on here. This is amazing.
And it did not, the material did not look anything like that when we.
No, it was very, very dull and
yeah.
muted. And we've watched this probably a dozen or more times.
Oh yeah.
You can't feel anything. There's no vinyl. You can put vinyl on cups too.
You can, but
and that's nice too,
over time they'll wear off. They'll peel up. Yeah, but this is never going to come off. It's infused right into that cup.
That is nice.
Isn't that
really
neat?
Cool. You got a half butterfly here.
I know. Sometimes you make a mistake. Thanks for pointing that out, Fresh.
I didn't know that.
You're the man.
All right, let me refocus on this thing.
I want to say thank you.
I have to press the screen to focus in the software. It's really bizarre. Normally it's automatic.
Okay, so I do have the mug press turned on, so it can heat up while we're doing our cut. And then we'll weed out the pieces we don't know with our handy dandy, with our handy dandy weeding tool. Now the Cricut accessory kit comes with a paper trimmer with an expandable ruler, right? So that's how I trimmed this roll down. It was a 12 by 12 roll, and I trimmed it down and only cut what I needed. It also comes with a pair of scissors. They come with a protective cap because they are extremely sharp. So really be careful if you have these. Keep that cap and keep those away from small kids. Right? It comes with a little spatula, so you can peel things up off your mat. It comes with a scoring blade or scoring tool that fits into the other housing. And scoring means that if I want to make a card and I want a perfect crease in the middle that I can fold, that's what this does for you. And it comes with a weeding tool. And that's what we're going to use to weed out the pieces that we don't need from this design here. It also comes with reversible tweezers. That's what you asked me to make today, and we forgot. Because we were going to make paper flowers and use these tweezers to do the roll. But we'll do that next time. We'll do that next time.
There it is.
There it is.
Can I press the button? I'm not allowed to touch it.
If you do, you better grab that mat. It's going to spit it out.
Woo! I got this thing. I'm going to power this off. So this is your cutout here.
Yep.
Let me focus in on that.
Got that?
And, you can kind of see the cutout here.
So I have it.
So you're going to weed this here. I'm going to turn this off.
I'm going to turn that off, and we're going to move this out of the way.
And I'll grab that. You grab this.
Got that?
Yep. And you can show the weeding process.
All right, so this is the mug press here, and it is heating up. It's got a orange dot at the top to let me know that it is working. The outside of the machine is not hot, but I will tell you, you can feel the heat coming off the green section in the middle. Don't touch that mini green.
It looks yummy, but I'm not.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and peel up.
Do you find weeding therapeutic and cathartic?
I do. I should do more of it. Some people like to do really intricate designs and weed them. It takes hours sometimes, depending on the intricacy of the design, and but people find it very therapeutic. So
I'll look for Felicia, and she'll just be away weeding somewhere.
Wait till that new house comes and I'm able to be by myself.
She's a weeder.
It's gonna be great.
Are you gonna weed by yourself?
Weed by myself. All right, so I just peeled off the unnecessary pieces. I'll do the same here. Let me look at my design. So I want to peel out these letters in here.
Hey, this Cricut tool set is on sale.
Cricut tool set is on sale. It's nice. It's a nice little set too.
Like 55% off.
I highly recommend the Cricut tool set.
Pretty cool.
So you just have to give me a couple of minutes to weed this out. It's pretty straightforward.
So weeding is taking the stuff out. You know, why do they call it weeding? Kind of like a garden, I guess. You take the weeds out because you don't want that stuff there.
Yeah.
I just totally made that up. I think I actually might have been on point there.
You totally made that up. I was only partially listening to him anyway. Sorry, I was looking. I was looking at the design.
Normal.
I want to make sure I peeled up the right pieces. That's normal.
Whoa, my brother did an update. Oh, brother. All right. Turn my brother off.
All right, fresh. We're almost there.
Let's Good, you're doing great. Proud of you. You're an excellent leader.
He loves to Johnny on the spot me.
You're an excellent leader. I can't believe you just pulled this off. Well, this shows people at home how quickly you can do
Okay,
these kind
right.
of
So you spent, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes showing everybody the brother.
Mm-hmm.
And in those 5 to 7 minutes, I quickly grabbed the template for a mug press and designed this and sent it to the Cricut to cut. And I'm just weeding out the pieces that I don't need. And then we're going
So you can do
to,
something like this on the spot. You're going to a birthday party or some kind of celebration. You forgot to pick up a gift.
how many times have we should have made so-and-so a shirt.
Yeah.
And
just for no reason.
For no reason. And we just quickly throw something together. We usually keep a stash of extra shirts laying around in a variety of different sizes.
All right, so you just did something here, to interrupt you, but
Go ahead.
the writing is backwards.
The writing is backwards.
Now, last time we drew a mug for one of our viewers here, I think for Margaret.
Oh, we did that with pens.
We did that with pens, and we didn't write it backwards. So how did it prompt you to cut this backwards?
Yes. So when you are doing iron-on or
Any heat transfer, right?
any heat transfer or infusible ink for the mug press, whatever the case may be, you need to mirror the design, which is what I did when I cut it.
The
And
software told you to do that?
It actually prompted me.
Good. What?
Just making sure. Sometimes I do it opposite of what they suggest.
She has her computer.
And I did it again. I did it opposite of what they said, but
Okay.
no, that's not a good
Software's
idea.
over here. It shows her
Hang on.
design over there.
Hang
And
on.
she's just kind of eyeballing that against what she has cut with her Cricut Maker. Uh-oh, finger tap. We're in trouble now. What have I done?
I'm thinking I did this backwards. I do this all the time.
That's okay. Let's just make it see what it looks like.
So we're going to stick that piece back in. No, I don't know how to do this now.
That looks right.
All right, I'll just peel this piece out. I'll just peel this piece out.
Yeah, just knock it out.
Okay. Fake it till you make it, right?
I think you're right.
This is why
That looks right.
I'm not, but that's okay. Johnny on the spot here. This is what happens sometimes.
Felicia, you're fabulous.
Thanks, Fresh. You're going to owe me lunch.
Back on. Chips and salsa?
Chips and salsa.
That can happen right here.
All
Hey
right.
guys, you're watching us on other social media channels, Facebook, YouTube, or come over to Amazon.com/live. You can see Felicia live on Amazon.live. Chat with us there. Talk to us about your crafting explorations. And let us know if you have any questions and stuff like that. We
All
see
right.
Tom, we see Jessica, Kelly Garcia. Thanks again for the follow. We love followers. And make sure you send us a screenshot of that follow to suchfungifts@gmail.com or freshandfelicia@gmail.com. Send us a screenshot of that follow and we will enter you into our monthly giveaway. Oh, look at that. Hey, that's nice that it comes with a box.
It comes with a box.
That's interesting. Let me take this off so people can see you here. So you could actually gift it in that box.
It's exactly what I plan to do.
That's a great idea. That's nice. Nice package. You can actually Cricut something for the outside of the box.
You could. Oh,
and
gosh.
you can make a card with the Cricut.
Oh, my gosh.
So you could completely open up your own gift store.
So I just wrapped
Okay.
my cutout around my mug.
Is that self-adhesive?
Yeah.
You don't have to use any heat transfer tape or anything?
In this one, I cut it just right.
Okay.
So it's not. Sometimes I use heat transfer tape to keep it down, but I should be okay with this one. Got it taped on there nice the way I want it. Make sure it's on there good. My Cricut mug press has the green light, meaning it's ready to go. It's hot enough.
Careful.
He hates this part. I'm just going
Scare me,
to
Felicia.
carefully slide this into the mug press. Make sure it's all in there good. And I'm just going to close it. It's got lights on the top that flash. 5 lights. When all 5 are done, machine's ready to go. You can pop out your mug press or your
There's
mug.
a little stank coming out of that thing.
It does smell a little funky. I'm not going to lie.
It's really not good to put your mouth over that and breathe that. You kind
Probably
of
not a
give
good
a little
idea.
bit of space
Right,
there.
right.
We do have our outside door open
We do.
to prepare for this.
So-
that's great. So how long does it take?
This takes
4 or 5
about
minutes?
4 or 5 minutes. So this is the material that we used. Got a little bit of a mess here of all the
You
pieces
can
and
see how
parts.
dim this is, right?
Right.
So when this is done, it's going to be as vibrant as this.
Right.
It's a considerable difference.
It
So
is.
the heat must do something in
Yep.
here.
Yep.
Interesting.
Not too shabby, huh? So it's
Hey, can
going
you
to
make T-shirts with this too?
Yeah, but you have to use infusible ink t-shirts. I don't have one right now.
Yeah.
No, but you know what I do have on?
What's that?
This is one of the this is a design I bought and made with the SE 1900, the Brother SE
What?
1900. This is an embroidery design that I put on this shirt.
You made that?
Yeah,
Wow, that's gorgeous.
pretty cool, right? So it's got a variety of different colors. You can change the colors out to be what you want it to be for any of the designs that they either have in the machine or that you purchase. But so yeah, this is an embroidery. It took about.
It looks pretty
I
cool.
honestly
Quite a lot
don't
of-
remember
a
how
lot
long
of
it
color
took.
changes.
A lot of color changes. But I don't remember how long it took. Probably 10, 15 minutes to
There's
actually
like
cut.
day glow colors there.
Yeah.
Your orange and your
Yeah.
green, I see, popping there. That's
I
pretty
did that because of you, because I know you like those.
cool.
He likes anything
So
that's
that
bright and
kit
out
that
loud.
you bought,
What kit?
that you showed earlier, does that have day glow colors in it?
The
Of embroidery thread?
yeah, I think I didn't buy anything different than what was in here. I have
60-some colors in there?
63, and I have 2 sets of these.
That's pretty cool. So really, all the colors you need are in here,
All the colors of the rainbow.
including day glow.
Including
I see the
day
day glow
glow.
orange down here.
There you
That's
go.
pretty cool. That's interesting they throw that in there, but you also have your muted pastels. You see some pinks in there, wide variety of greens and purples and blues. Oh, look at that. So you could do stuff for babies,
Day-Glo.
little girls,
Yep.
little boys. You can make some really neat pillows and stuff with this. It's pretty cool.
It's gonna be great. We're gonna do some. The only thing we haven't figured out yet, we haven't even ventured down the path of digitizing our own images.
Oh, that's next.
That's I don't know how to do that yet. I know you need software to do it. I don't know how complicated it is. Actually, that might be something that Fresh is going to figure out.
I knew that was
I
coming.
knew, yeah, totally.
I'll figure out how to do
Anyway, but yeah, it's got a wide variety of pretty colors. I just think these are great.
it. And then we're going to cut some material on our Brother SDX 125. And then we're going to go all the way over there and we're going to sew it together along with embroidery. This is your capstone project, Felicia. Once you do this, you will be a master crafter.
I have no further comments to
You
make
will
on
earn
this.
bazillions of dollars a year in speaking fees. It'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how's that mug chugging along?
It's on 3. So I'm just going to put this back together.
Okay.
I think this is super handy. I did,
That is pretty cool, actually.
I bought another one, right? So when I purchased this, I thought I was just purchasing the case. So I have a whole different set of 63 colors that just came in a box.
But it came with thread.
But I just had, right. But when I ordered this, I was like, wait a minute, it came with the thread. I already opened the other one. He's
You
like,
you
just
had all
keep it.
your thread in a drawer.
I do. It's all thrown in there.
This
It's
is
a
nice because
disaster.
it's see-through. You can see the colors and know exactly what you need.
Yep.
That was kind of cool that you took their layers.
Yeah, just
It's like
pop
a
them.
sandwich. That's pretty neat.
Just pop them off.
That is pretty cool. Interesting.
Easy, right? I love these colors. Are gorgeous.
They are.
It just kind of makes you want to make stuff.
Let's go. Let's make some stuff. Let's embroider the world, Felicia.
You want to do it? So we got one more.
Blinky?
One more blinky to go. I'm not going to stand over that. It's a little smelly.
Here, I'll use my brother Matt to fan it away. My new brother Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to replace him. We had some issues with the last one. You see how she is? You see how she is? Hey, is there any way to put infusible ink on one of your Christmas tree or your cricket
No.
tree decorations?
No.
No way to do that.
Those
huh?
are, first of all, those are plastic.
You have to do it on something that's ceramic.
Yeah. Hang on one second. I'll get one.
That is interesting. 'Cause right now you're doing a whole bunch. She keeps this tree up all year, and this is what she calls her cricket tree. And with every holiday, she changes the ornaments. Now, we haven't changed it since July 4th, so it's still kind of a July 4th tree.
Yeah, I'm a little behind on changing the tree out, but
They're plastic. It's okay. You can
they're
drop
plastic. They're shatterproof, and I made these on the Joy. I think
Mhm.
I made these designs in Design Space and cut them out, and they're my Halloween
them.
collection.
They're so cute.
I think
Halloween is coming.
Halloween's coming. Got to be prepared.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
the
just-
sparklies inside there.
Magic. So I just popped the lid off,
Uh-huh.
put a little bit of polyacrylic inside.
Yeah.
Swish that all around, drain it. Once it's all drained, I add glitter, swish it all around, empty it out, put the top back on, and boom, you got a beautiful
That's right. So they're
glitter. They're clear. They're clear plastic. Yeah, I find doing the glitter part extremely therapeutic.
Right,
So I'm just going to open this up.
That mug's going to be hot.
Mug's going to be hot.
Be careful.
This part completely freaks him out.
It does.
The handle is not. The mug handle is not, but the green and the mug itself are extremely hot. So we're just going to take it out, set it aside, and unplug this guy. So he'll cool down faster.
That's all this mug press does. It's a round ceramic heater.
Yep, that's all it does.
Gotcha.
And I'll just kind of, we won't wait for it to cool down. We'll just kind of pop this off so we can let our viewers see what we got.
Ooh, pretty. Those colors do pop. That's nice.
Colors pop, see?
Focus in on that. Look at that. All right, turn around. See the cupcake? Yeah, that's hot.
Well, the cupcake did not come out.
No?
Not at all. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Live and learn.
Kind of backwards.
Yeah, I just didn't weed out the right part.
Oh, I got you.
That's all.
That's pretty. That's so cool. So
See how the colors?
Do you just type that in there, right?
Yeah, I just typed happy. I didn't do anything special to it. I just happy birthday, Victoria, smacked it on there. And I had the template comes with the software.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I just grabbed the mug press template.
Mm-hmm.
I added these words.
You can change that to any font you have on your computer.
Oh, yeah. Any font, any number of fonts.
That's pretty neat.
But yeah,
You can add
there
any
you go.
design you want to it.
Any design.
Wow, that's pretty neat. So you can make custom mugs that you cannot buy in any store anywhere else.
That's right. That's right.
That's pretty powerful.
It is very powerful.
I mean, imagine the things you could say on the side of a mug
Right?
that you just can't buy in the store, you know what I mean? I'm talking about sweet things.
I know. I know
Felicia,
exactly what you're
please,
talking
where
about.
do you think I was going?
Mm-hmm. That's everything we had in our carousel.
That's it.
That's it.
Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you like what you see here, we try to come on every weekend with different projects. So make sure you give us a follow. It helps us out tremendously, and we will appreciate you forever. I'm going to continue working on the Brother Scan and Cut. I think there's some incredible potential and possibility there. So I definitely want to learn this machine and play with this. Felicia's going to play with the Cricut a little bit more and work on her Brother SE 1900. And I think we're going to try to do a sewing and embroidery project.
We're going to do a sewing and embroidery project where you're going to use one of the machines to cut the material and then use the Brother SE 1900 to sew it and embroider it. I'd like to do it all in one. I'd like to do another pillow or something where we do everything at one time.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you're going to make my hammer pants, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
All right, for Felicia, thanks for watching, guys. Fresh and Felicia, we are out. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.